years ago, or 3 years ago, that you came up to the province, and ever think that you will be sitting here with that trophy standing on your right hand side?
I definitely dreamt of it, and I definitely have maybe written down the goal, but yeah, if I look at it now, it's still pretty surreal, and yeah, it's unbelievable. But I think, you know, my feeling, someone asked John at the beginning, like, you know, how's it still feeling? And the thing that's, I'm actually like a little bit sad at the moment because, you know, I'm elated and we've won the Currie Cup, but, you know, as a group, we've finished up and stuff, and we had a good Saturday night and a good Sunday, but, you know, as life goes on, everyone disperses. And the thing that we always talked about during the years, you must remember that you will never as a group be together again. And, you know, I don't know if I'll ever play with you, Jones, again, and Rob's left. So there is that element of sadness and, you know, of the end of something really special. So, yeah, I just wish I could spend more time with him, you know, together. But, yeah.
Chris, your brother Anton also led the province side in Denver, got to win the Currie Cup. Yeah. So you got one up on him.
Yeah, I heard that this morning. Yeah, shame. I think he would have really liked to have done it, and yeah, I can't really say I got one up on him, but I'm just grateful that I got the opportunity to work with, you know, Dobber and the whole management team and such an unbelievable group of guys, because that's what made it possible.
You know, Dobber, Chris mentioned Rob leaving, and especially that's what his dad said. But if he's leaving, how do you see that the fly of depth? You've got I know you've got a guy like Jean-Luc coming back in during the off season probably. You've got Damien there, and is there any other prospects? That
I must be. I don't want to be boring, but it's not really my province to talk about. I want to talk about the Currie Cup coming. But I mean, obviously, I also don't want to be churlish. Damien and Jean-Luc are the two. Jean-Luc wasn't available this competition, and they, I think those are two really, in terms of the style of rugby you want to play at Western Province and Stormers, those are two really exciting tens. As regards the bigger, longer-term development, I believe. Sorry.
In Dobber also your loose trio or your loose forward stocks, there's quite a lot of youngsters.
We late.
Yeah, no. Just your.
Soms sien alles maar kom laat.
That's on tape, eh?
You've got me into trouble before you. No, I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking. No, just for the benefit. That is one thing to be really excited about. As I said earlier, Yaka Kutsia, Kobus Visa, Ringrees, Noche, Nima, and forget somebody, but we're always 120 years. Always, and you've got a guy like Janro Augustus, who's SA20 player of the year. I think he took a bit of a dip when he came back, but on Saturday's final he was great again, which is really nice to see. So I think we're really well blessed. It's going to be some selection headaches going forward because you've still got Sia returning. Peter Steph's obviously establishing himself a bit as a 7. So I think we're blessed, and there are lots of positions we're blessed in at this union at the moment. If you saw, Jerome Parvata won the Under-21 Cup there in emphatic style, and I don't know how many of his players were with me or unavailable, but it's 5, only 5 or 6 or something like that. So you can imagine what that team would have looked like, and that's what the Bulls had their Currie Cup guys down. Ruben van Heerden and JT Jackson and that. So I think depth in the position is looking really rosy.
I bumped into talks on Sunday, and he said to me that Marcel could see us coming. I don't know where he got his information from, but it was very. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
So how do you guys look at holding on to that data? Because obviously it's the other unions are probably going to come and try and poach some of these guys now, especially with that depth you're talking about in various positions.
Yeah, but that's again, I think it's because both the gentlemen are back. But we've got to have some empathy. If you want to keep a Damien Willems and you want to keep competitive, the talent pool is so great across our club system and our school system here. You're going to have the quintuple the biggest budget in world rugby to keep every single talented player in the Western Cape. Where we have to be is forensic in the identification of the correct players. I think that's certainly something that's improved over the last few years, and I think in terms of young stock, as I said, that under-21 example, we're in a really good position. I sit here completely, and I'm not involved, it's a collective, but I'm completely conscience-free about Hugh and Rob going. They're going for reasons that have nothing to do with. There's no push factor. There's no money factor. It's purely that one is not from here. Both aren't from here. I think both want to be close to their families, and you can't really run a check to compensate for that. But they're big losses.
Chris, from a personal point of view, can you maybe just share some thoughts on, now that you've won the Currie Cup, you're thinking about next season, you're thinking about all the hard work you put in pre-season, another Super Rugby, another tough campaign perhaps. Has this winning the Currie Cup motivated you to work even harder to achieve bigger things, or do you think it's been so much effort, maybe it'll be worth it to just go cash in Europe for a little bit and then see what happens, or what's your mindset now after lifting the Currie Cup?
No, I think I have been thinking about it, and I'm most certainly motivated to carry on going here and as much as possible as I can. And I think from a personal point of view, I'm really happy with the way not only the leadership went, but the campaign went, and I think that's got a lot to do with how much rugby I was fortunate enough to be able to play. And for that reason, I just want to carry on playing and where I can take my opportunities.
Chris, and in terms of being one of the senior guys who started sort of out late with your career, do you think that will still motivate guys who do not get the break at under 19, under 20, under 21 level to keep on going?
I think it most certainly should. I think, especially with things like Gold Cup, club competitions, strong club rugby in the Western Cape and around South Africa. I think especially in a case where you're a late developer and you weren't at matric, you weren't fully developed, or in fact you were small and you weren't playing in your position, then I hope it does motivate some people, because it's definitely possible, and if you really want to do it, it can become a reality.
Chris mentioned now the Gold Cup. I think you're one of the coaches that started at the club level. What does that mean for province especially, and then also rugby in South Africa?
It was quite special. On Tuesday we had the captain of our women's team, the captain of the Gold Cup team, the captain of the 21s, and the Currie Cup, and the captain of the Super Sport Tour, Craig Barry, who was the deputy, all there with the trophies. But I think it shows, because we've always said that our club rugby system is the strongest in the country, and I think us winning the Gold Cup just is tangible proof of that. So I think it's very important that, as Chris said, that we're not always going to identify every player correctly at under 19 or under 20 level. And if there's a decent club system, a good club system like we've got in something like the Gold Cup, and the Varsity Cup does the same thing. It's a massive safety net, guys, to get guys back in. If you look at Michael Hassan and Craig Barry, who've come into professional rugby, and then a couple of players from False Bay who were part of our Super Sport squad and played for us, and hopefully some more next season. That Super Sport campaign, I won't remember the stats now, but it was about half club, half, certainly the start was half club, half, and that's brilliant for Western Province rugby. If you look at some of those other unions, there's not a lot of club rugby, so it's brilliant.
All right, no more questions.
Just can I just add something that is about the trophy will be here. One of the things we've been so busy today is everybody wants a picture with the trophy, which is brilliant. And so it's here on Friday, if you don't mind. You get the gap to mention it. Here, DHL Newlands. It's a good photo. This cup's got some stories.
So no trophy to it. No trophy to it.
No trophy.
All right.